Hey guys, Ivan here, and that's right, the winner of the Pittsburgh Pro 2026 is Michal Krizo. Finally, this guy gets some recognition for his extremely high quality muscle, extremely, really super good conditioning, perfect peak almost every show, and this time around an insane amount of muscle and overall size. Guys, I was watching the pre-judging and I saw Krizo winning the whole time. I actually checked out the other social media, like for example, Nick Certain Power and some other guys. Everybody thought Tonio was winning, including the commentators of this show. I would have to say experts, Ian Valier, Fuad Abiad, and Dennis freaking James. Three guys whose opinion I respect so much, and they were there in person. And they couldn't see that Krizo was the clear winner of this show. Now, what is also crazy is that nobody had Krizo in their prediction after he lost at a New York Pro. Not even myself. I kind of gave up on Krizo. I thought if he didn't learn how to pose this whole time for this entire prep, this entire year, posing with Steve Weinberger as well and Mike Sommerfeld and so on, there is no chance he can fix his posing in 1 week. I did say, however, many times that if Krizo posed better at a New York Pro, he would win that show as well. And I said a couple of times on that podcast as well, imagine if Krizo improved his posing in 1 week. Imagine if he did that, if he drastically improved it. He could win. I thought he had the best body on this stage. And he actually exactly did that. It's absolutely crazy that he managed to pull that off, but he did it. He changed his posing completely, and with the body he has, of course, he won this show. He dominated this show, I would have to say. Now, if Tonio ended up winning, I don't think I would have a big problem. And I'll tell you why exactly. Before we get to that part, let's check out the finals, guys. Let's check out the final call-outs. So the finals were judged as well separately, even though the difference in time was a couple of hours only. And you would say it's impossible to change your body in a couple of hours. But Brandon Curry did it. I am not sure if he won the pre-judging against Sasan, but as far as the finals, I think he nailed it. He showed up much sharper. I guess the diuretic finally kicked in. I don't know what happened, or he took some IV diuretics, but he definitely got so much drier and sharper. Sas and everybody else basically brought the same look, so it wasn't any different. I would have to say that Krizo probably posed better for the finals. He didn't fade the way he kind of did a little bit for the pre-judging, but not as much, really. And overall, I think Krizo was just superior, bigger, conditioned, super conditioned, but super huge as well. However, this pose of Tonio, this back double bicep, this is giving me Phil Heath vibes, man, honestly. Like, this back double bicep is freaking magnificent. When I was watching Tonio doing this pose, and back lats, but as well, of course, I was like, man, I wouldn't have an issue if he won because, yeah, very often shows are won from the back. And also one more moment, I'm going to show it to you when it happens, is why I thought maybe Tonio should still win this, but it's just not enough, guys. Look at this moment right here. When they're hitting the pose, Tonio is putting his hands behind his back, and Krizo is hiding his midsection with his hands, with his arms, and that's the oldest trick in the book. When you have a little bit of a gut distension, you hide it in transitions with your hands or arms, and Tonio was doing exactly the opposite. He was showing how good his midsection is by putting his hands behind his body. So because of that, that seemed like a very dominant, very confident move as well. And also the back poses were just insane. But again, it was just too much for Tonio to defeat a beast, a monster like Krizo. Krizo is a freaking monster right now. And I recently did another podcast in which they asked me, what do I think is the potential for Krizo? And I said, he can win the Mr. Olympia, and I still believe that very firmly because I think Krizo has everything, really, and I think he can still improve some of his body parts. Like, I think his back can grow. I think he definitely improved on his physique, just add a little bit more thickness maybe, and perfect the posing. Other than that, he's extremely complete, super, super detailed, always peeled, always perfectly peaked, so much muscle, the height, the width, you name it. Not a lot of flaws on that physique. If he perfects that posing and progresses just a little bit more, and guys, he's been making progress every year since he became a pro, basically. He can do so much. The sky is the limit for this guy. Now, as far as the second call out, it was, of course, between Sas and Brandon, but in the third call out, we had Rafa and Blessing fighting for that fifth spot, and I would say Blessing won that deservedly, but I would rather put it as Rafa lost that fifth spot because he wasn't in condition. Like, his glutes are just fat. What he needs to do is take a good off season. I don't see a point in doing another show and even qualifying for the Mr. Olympia if he can do that somehow. What's the point of doing that? Like, he can't do anything in such a short time to progress for the Mr. Olympia. He's going to be small again. If he's in shape, he's going to be small. If he's big, he's going to be soft. So he needs a good year of really pushing for that size if he really wants to be competitive, like inside of the top 10. But he can be a top 12, top 15 competitor for sure. Now, as far as Blessing, yeah, sure, he brought it. He was good, he was lean. And Blessing did so many shows so far. I'm not even sure which show in a row this is for Blessing, so huge props for that. But it wasn't enough to challenge and defeat Brandon Curry and Sas Hirati. Sas was peeled out of his mind. That was just insane how conditioned he was for this show. Brandon was just a mass monster, huge. He's 45, 46 right now, so this is crazy what he's doing. But him being defeated by Tonio and Krizo, this is passing the torch, guys. I mean, Brandon is like a top 6, top 7 Olympian, and these two guys surpassed him now. And Krizo said at his winning speech, I heard it kind of a little bit. It was difficult to hear anything because Dennis was talking about the guest posing for tomorrow, so you couldn't hear Krizo's speech. But he said that he wants to be top 6 at Mr. Olympia. So I believe that. I can see that. I can see that for sure if he focuses on improving the posing. So Krizo brought it, man. Like, again, crazy look, crazy size, crazy conditioning, crazy peak, and just overall the dominance and the posing, the confidence he had, and just, man, what a physique. We gotta appreciate this physique, and I'm really happy that the judges came around and finally awarded the right physique. This is a move in the right direction. I'm really happy for this result, guys. Whatever you think about it, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for the guest posing tomorrow and more bodybuilding content. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.